The Sri Lankan post-match press conference following the first T20I at Wolvaardt Park in Benoni. Top of the table, we've got Sri Lankan captain Chamari Athapaththu ready to take your questions. Please do use the hand raise function and we'll go in that order. Mr. Amir, I see your hand was up. Please go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity. Chamari, commiserations on the result this evening. Obviously not the way you would have wanted to start the series. But if you could just talk to us about that decision to bowl first. What did you see in your assessment of conditions that made you decide or that made you make that decision?
Actually, we trust our bowling unit and we back our strength because our strength is bowling. So, and the last couple of tours we chasing really good. We struggled today because our bowlers struggled today in the middle because the wicket is really good for batting. We know before the toss, but yeah, I'm always trust our bowling unit. Unfortunately, they didn't do their best today, so we stick with our plans. We focus on next game.
And if I can just follow up on that, you obviously you couldn't have been too pleased with the score that South Africa had set. Just looking at the errors that were made in the field, how do you rectify that going into the next match?
Actually, South Africans batted really good. They batted really good in power play, and they in the middle overs as well. They continue their best performance today. Yeah, I know Laura batted really good, but we have to talk about a little bit about their batting, and we have to plan few things for their batters. So yeah, we planned few things, but we didn't execute our plans right time. That's why we struggle. But yeah, next game is another fresh game, fresh day, and different venue. So we have to talk about a little bit, and we have to adjust our bowling department.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Amir. I see Keenan, your hand is up. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Lita. Chamari, sorry for the loss. Just in terms of when you were in the field, you had front row seats to a really good innings. Could you just maybe talk about what it was like out there to watch the way Laura went about the innings, and then also what your batters can learn from that?
Sorry? Yeah, actually, Laura is playing really good cricket today. She batted really good. The really good batting condition, but she batted really good according to the conditions, and she is just really good in the condition. Yeah, we have to learn a lot of things from her inning. So she's batted really good, and she's playing the straight shots. She never trying to play any lap or sweep. So she's playing straight, and she adjusts very nicely the condition, because she knows these conditions. So we learn a lot of things from her batting innings for next game.
Thank you so much, Keenan. Any other takers before we wrap up? Please use the hand raise function. Going once, going twice. That brings us to the end. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At the top of the table, we've got captain and player of the match, Wolvaardt, following South Africa's emphatic win in the first T20I against Sri Lanka here at Wolvaardt Park. Please use the hand raise function once again, and we'll go with that order. Nathan, your hand is up first, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Lita. Firstly, congratulations, Laura, with the performance and the game. Laura, just talk us through the performance with the bat. Only a few can claim they've got a T20 century.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not something that I thought I could achieve one day, especially not a couple of years ago when I wasn't really a regular T20 player. So I'm very, very happy with that. Yeah, very special day.
Then just final question, Laura, where to from here? Is this the standard you guys or ladies are looking to uphold as a team moving forward?
Yeah, it's definitely something we spoke about yesterday in our meetings pre-series, just to start putting up higher scores. I think we've consistently been scoring that 150, but just to push that 180, 200 mark. And it's definitely something that Kapi and I were talking about when we had our partnership in the middle, that it was a perfect opportunity to try and push a bit earlier. And yeah, I think obviously Athapaththu is a huge wicket up front. I think if she got in on that wicket, it would have been a slightly different game. But yeah, very happy with both disciplines today.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Amir, please go ahead.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Laura. Congratulations on the 100 and also the win.
Thanks.
You guys obviously set an above average score, I would think, for Willamore Park today. You know, what was the initial score that you guys were looking for going in there? And, you know, based on the assessment or your guys' assessment of conditions beforehand.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we've sort of been scoring 150s consistently, and our chats last night was how to find an extra 20 to 30 runs. I think we were looking more at 170, 180. And yeah, just after that partnership that Kapi and I had, we were just ticking along nicely. And in the last 5, I think I just sort of started hitting boundaries, and we were able to push that 200 mark. So it's nice when you have that big partnership early on and you can set the game up to explode like that at the end. But yeah, definitely very happy that we were able to push that higher score, because it is something that we have been speaking about for the last couple of months.
And then just to follow up on that one, you almost carried your bat. You know, just talk to us about how you paced that innings, and was there a moment within the innings where you just felt that, you know, it's time to go, or were you always just trying to keep the scoreboard ticking over and putting away the bad balls as you did?
Yeah, it was more just ticking over and putting away the bad balls. I think in my partnership with Kapi, she sort of was more the aggressor, and I was just sort of getting up and down to the other end. I was getting slightly frustrated that I wasn't finding the boundaries as much, and I think I was only like 60 or 40 something. I was hovering around that 125 strike rate for quite a while, and then when Kapi went out, we sort of both decided just before then that we'd have a go for the last 5 or 6 overs. And yeah, definitely didn't think 100 was on the cards. It was only really the last over when I saw I was in like 88, and if I hit 3 fours, I could maybe get there. But yeah, it definitely wasn't planned. It just sort of happened. And yeah, just had a bit of a party time at the end and was able to cash in.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amir. We've got Keenan. I see your hand is up as well. Please go ahead, and then we'll go with Anne and Lynn. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Lita. Well done on the knock and the victory, Laura. Just in terms of the knock and how you batted out there, where does this rank among your international hundreds or international innings that you've played so far?
Probably number 1, just because it's a T20 100. It's just, yeah, very special to me. It's obviously a format that I've had to work hard at the last couple of months. And I think the timing of the 100 as well, I've had a frustrating few months, didn't have my best tour to Australia. So been overhitting it a bit. And even yesterday in the net, I had a pretty bad net session and just felt real frustrated, just losing my shapes. So yeah, just really happy with how calm I was out there. I was just able to keep my shapes and cash in at the end and put up a big score. So yeah, very happy with it.
And then, secondly, you mentioned the tour to Australia, but that was where you were most productive in the T20 matches over there. And then you also had a brilliant WPL recently, and now this knock in the T20 first T20. Is T20 cricket, although you started out preferring or succeeding more in the longer version of the game, is T20 cricket slowly creeping up to be your favorite format, and how much are you enjoying it at the moment?
I'm really enjoying it. I think ODI is still my favorite though. I get to bat for a very long time, and batting is my favorite thing to do. If anything, my T20 cricket's almost messing with my ODI cricket a bit. I'm a bit too loose in ODIs and losing my shapes a bit and nicking off. So yeah, I need to tighten up on a few things before the ODIs come along with all the slips behind. But yeah, just really enjoying it. It's high energy, it's short and sharp. But yeah, I still, my first love is still ODI cricket.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much, Keenan. Anae, thanks for your patience. Please go ahead.
Thanks, Lita. Laura, firstly, obviously, just immense knock. I think you know it and everybody else does. I just want to ask you, there was once or twice where they had a drop catch when you were batting, and it didn't seem to break your confidence at all. You were still going strong. Can you just tell me what was going through your mind throughout the innings? Were you stressed? Were you thinking about the 100? Just talk us through it, please.
Yeah, that drop on 70 was rather nice. Yeah, I hit it straight to her, and it was just one of those things in cricket where you get the opportunity. And yeah, I was glad I was able to stay in and whack some more after that. But at that stage, I was just sort of in boundary mode, looking to hit all of them. So just kept going after that, didn't break my focus too much. Yeah, my mindset throughout, I was pretty calm in the start. Even though I didn't have my best start, I think I was hovering around run a ball for my first maybe 15 runs. But I knew that it was a really nice wicket, and I just had to spend a bit of time there. I think Kapi took a lot of pressure off me. She gave me a lot of advice as well. I think there was an over where I kind of tried to come down the track and it didn't really work, and she suggested I sort of stay still and hit from a stronger base, and that sort of worked better throughout the rest of the innings. So yeah, it was definitely a game of partnerships, and yeah, at the end it was just party time and just try to whack boundaries, and happy it worked out.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank
And
you.
just I just want to ask one last question. And my last question would be on Sunaylis, obviously becoming the most capped T20 player for South Africa. Massive moment for her. You've played from her since you started playing cricket. Can you just give us some words on the role Sunay has played for the team and for South Africa?
Yeah, it's huge. I can't believe she's played that many games already, because she's still pretty young. I think she's only 28 or something. So still a lot more games where that came from. Maybe she can push 200 one day. But yeah, she's having all that experience in one player is really amazing for the group. I think she obviously led the side for a while as well. So she's been helping me quite a bit with the captaincy stuff off the field, and just to help me with advice when I need it. So yeah, just really great to have that much experience in the group. And yeah, she's always fun around the group as well. So just a great asset to the team.
Thank you so much,
Laura.
Ane.
Thanks, Rita.
Thanks, Ane. We'll finish off with Lynn. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lita. Well done, Laura. It was awesome to watch. I just wanted to ask, obviously, with the T20 World Cup and these next two T20s, like how big do you think these performances in kind of setting that up, considering that you have so little time to prepare for this major showpiece?
Yeah, not a lot of cricket left before that World Cup. So these 3 games are really important for us. It was really nice today that I think Kapi and I were able to spend a bit of time there. I think both of us were wanting to put up some good scores in T20 cricket, and she's been absolutely phenomenal the last few months. She's been whacking them. And then it was also nice to, after putting up that big score, having our youngsters having a bit of a bowl. I think it was a perfect opportunity to try a few things, like have Dirksen bowl, nearly 4 overs, have Tumi bowl a couple of overs. Mlaba tried a death over as well at the end. So it was nice to just try those few things with that big score on the board with the T20 World Cup in mind. So yeah, very happy with the performance. Happy that we started the series with a win as well. Usually our first game isn't our best game. So yeah, hopefully this all bodes well for the World Cup. And
just lastly, I wanted to ask about the bowling. With Ayabonga out, how did you manage, especially those middle overs where they were kind of, Pereira was kind of taking on the bowlers? Like, is that something a bit of concern for you, like going into the next T20s, and something that you kind of guys have to build on?
Well, it was a really nice wicket to bat on. I think it was a tough wicket to be a bowler on today, especially like I said earlier, if Athapaththu got on that wicket, it might have been a bit of a different ball game near the end. And Bonga's obviously a big loss for us. Hopefully she's fit and ready to go for the next game. But yeah, it was just a great opportunity to see Dirksen running in. I think she hit a nice hard length. They're always going to come hard, and those boundaries are always going to come. But yeah, I'm glad we were able to take 10 wickets in the end.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. The end, and we'll be sure to send high-res audio and video. We'll see you in Poch. Thank you.